This fourth myth, muscles working hardest in your sport should be your main strength focus off the court. So those main muscle groups that you're using, that should be where you're focusing.
I find this one interesting too. Of course, we want to, like, for example, let's take a baseball pitcher. They're constantly throwing, working around their shoulder. You do want to make sure that all the muscles around the shoulder, both in the front, the top, the back, are all strong and supportive. And also that there's a good amount of stretch. But sometimes I see that people are training too much in areas that are already too strong. So let's say with a motion coming forward, whether it's a tennis serve or a pitch or an overhead in pickleball or whatever sport that someone's doing, or even artists, and they're constantly using the arm out in front of them and strengthening in the front. Basically, a lot of people are continuing to strengthen the front that much more, and they're already stronger there because they're using it so much already, and the backside is getting neglect. It's generally getting longer and weaker and tighter. And it's interesting because that's the side, like in what Kalindi showed earlier, that's the side that people are like, oh, I feel tight back there. Let me stretch that. But really that backside needs more, in my opinion here, needs more strengthening than the front side to combat the everyday or performance use of the front. So you might see, let's say even soccer or other running sports, the quads often get really strong. And if you feel someone's quad, they sometimes feel like a rock. And you touch the hamstring side and it's like jelly, and there's not nearly as much strength there. But they go to the weight room and they're just working so hard, their quads. But those have already been worked. So again, more emphasis on the opposite side and the hamstrings. Same for lateral movements. You get a lot of the outer hip muscles. When those get too short, if you lie on your back, it starts to splay the legs out, and you want to have your legs more like a tire alignment on the car, so you want to be walking more straight. How many times throughout the day, Billy, do you strengthen your inner thighs, your adductors?
Yeah, not very. And you're speaking to me too, because my leg totally does that.
Yeah. So same for me. So once I started strengthening my adductors and got my legs straighter, that made a world of difference in my performance and just how my body felt. So train more for balance than strengthening something that might already be pretty strong from whatever you may already be doing.
Yeah, that's funny, because that is totally our tendency. We've got something strong. I think, even like you mentioned earlier, some of the vanity might play in that. Be like, yeah, I got good this, I got good that. I'm going to keep emphasizing it. Yeah, but we just create more and more imbalances and then wonder why injuries and all these other things start following us.